Hey everyone! Today I've got another deck profile for you. This one is a vanilla pure Blue Eyes White Dragon build. Before we get into it, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe to help my channel survive with the algorithm. So anyway, let's get into it. To start off, we have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, pretty standard. Then we have 3 Blue Eyes Alternative. You special summon this by revealing a Blue Eyes in your hand, and then it can destroy 1 monster on the field. You can't attack the turn you do that though, but it usually doesn't matter because you're going to use this as material to make something else. Then we have 2 Dragon Spirit of White. Pretty standard also. You use that to pop some back row. Banish it rather. You usually summon it off of the White Stone of Ancients. Triple Galaxy Soldier for your Cyber Dragon Infinity plays. Then we've got Triple Ash Blossom. That's for just standard. Everyone knows what Ash Blossom does. Just discard it when opponent tries to search or draw and stop them from doing it. Double Ghost Ogre, pop an opponent's monster when it activates an effect. Triple Sage. With this, you're going to use this to search your tuners, like your White Stones, and you can also search your Effect Veiler with it. Then we've got Triple White Stone of Ancients. It's usually what you're searching with Sage. When this goes to grave that turn, you special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So it's either going to be the vanilla or the Dragon Spirit of White. And then also you can banish it from your grave once per turn to add a Blue Eyes monster back to your hand. So like if you don't have a way to revive your alternative that you used the previous turn, but you still have the vanilla in your hand, you can banish this to add the alternative back to hand and then re-special summon it. 1 White Stone of Legend. Everyone says this is the Blue Eyes condom. Basically is. You can send this to grave with Dragon Ravine or Melody of Awakening Dragon or something to get a Blue Eyes to your hand. Got the 1 of Effect Veiler. Search it with Sage. Searchable hand trap, which is always good. Stop your opponent's effects. Next off, we have the spells. So we've got triple Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard a card to search 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense. So that's that's your Blue Eyes and your Blue Eyes alternative. You're usually going to discard like a stone or something for that. Like you'll use Sage, search a stone, then discard the stone for it. Triple Return of the Dragon Lords. Revive a dragon monster, level 7 or 8 dragon monster from grave, so that's all the dragon monsters you're playing excluding your tuners. And then also if your dragon monsters would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish that from grave instead to protect them. So that's nice. Once that's in grave, you have some protection for your dragon monsters, which in this day and age is completely necessary. Triple Trade-in, discard a level 8 to draw 2. You need a lot of draws, especially in this deck. Triple Called by the Grave, stop your opponent's hand trap, so if they try to ash your Melody of Awakening Dragon, which is, if they know anything about this deck, that's definitely what they're going to ash. So, Called by the Grave, stop them from doing that. Double Dragon Shrine. Send a dragon monster from deck to grave, and if it's a normal monster, you can send another one. Usually you're going to send like a Blue Eyes Vanilla or a Dragon Spirit of White because Dragon Spirited Wight is considered a normal monster in the graveyard. And then you're going to send like either White Stone, depending on what you need. One of Silver's Cry, and one of Cards of Consonance. For this one, it's for your stones. You get them in hand, you discard them, then draw 2. And if that effect goes off and the stone effect goes off, it's always a +1. And then Silver's Cry, revive a normal monster from grave. So that's your Blue Eyes and your Dragon Spirited Wight. And it's nice that it's a quick play too, because then you can set it and use it on your opponent's turn. Like if they set a trap at the end of their turn, you just flip that up and get rid of it, so they don't even get a chance to use it. The extra deck, we've got double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Use a Blue Eyes monster and a tuner to summon that. Once per turn, it can negate a grave effect, and then also as a quick effect, it can tribute itself off for a Light Dragon Synchro monster, but it gets destroyed in the end phase. Usually you're going to go into this with it, or another thing that's in here. This one protects your dragons for a couple turns from card effects, from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. And also during your standby phase, you can revive a normal dragon monster from your grave. So that's going to be either your vanilla Blue Eyes or your Dragon Spirited Wight. Got the one of Crystal Wing. It's good to have negates in this deck, and this is a negate. It can negate something on the field, and then also, or in the grave, and then when something attacks into it that's level 5 or higher, it gains its attack, or when it attacks something. So like if your opponent controls something that's level 5 or higher, it's instant 3k damage. Stardust Spark, this is another target for Spirit. I don't go into this one much unless I'm trying to make like a Xyz play, but it's nice to have. This is what you're usually this is the other thing you're usually going into with Spirit. Like if this survives the whole turn, you go into this, bounce something, then summon another tuner and go into Crystal Wing. Then for the Xyz monsters, we have Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon, and you go into that with Dryglubion. Then we have these two for the Galaxy Eyes package. You go into this, then overlay into that, and then this will pop something, and then it's a 4K body on the board, which is nice. It's too bad that the Dark Matter Dragon's banned, because that one was really good in this deck. Then we've got Heliopsis. This is good because it pops things, but it doesn't target, and a lot of things have protection from targeting these days, so that's a useful thing to have. This is another negate. It sucks up spells and like monsters that are activating their effects, which is useful because then it doesn't go to grave, so they can't get any like extra advantage off of it. Then we have our Cyber Dragon parts. You go into this one with the Galaxy Soldiers, and then overlay into that, and then it's a negate on the board. And also once you just attach a material to negate something, but then also once per turn you can suck up a level, not a level, but a attack position monster. And then finally we have the Twin Burst Dragon. It's a contact fusion with 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and because Alternative is considered a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, you can use it for this. It can attack twice and cannot be destroyed by battle, and anything it attacks into or it battles that wasn't destroyed by that battle gets banished instead. So it can be somewhat difficult to out, and can be used for outing problematic things. For our side deck, I've got some seemingly random extra deck monsters here, but you'll understand in a little bit. We've got the one Makaba, one Construct, one Winda, Appaloosa, and Double Helix. These are a lot of the primary cards that you're seeing in the meta these days, and you'll see why they're in there in a minute. We've got a couple Kaijus, Gamseel and Kumungus. This is to out problematic things from the extra deck mainly that you didn't manage to out the other way. Like if they Called by the Grave on your 3 Ghost Reapers. I figured this was a good option because this deck is already kind of heavy on hand traps, so games 2 and 3, once you've seen what your opponent's playing, you can side out a couple of the hand traps that are already in there for these, and then just out some of their really good extra deck things. I'm pretty sure with Spirals, they need their Double Helix, so they have to basically just scoop if they lose it. Then we've got triple Twin Twisters. Get rid of that back row. Discard a card, pop 2 back row. That's always helpful. And then double Solemn Strike. It's nice to be able to negate things, and having another negate there never hurts. So anyway, that's it for this deck profile. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.